Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we're talking about the 5 ugliest cars you can buy right now, today, by going to your dealership. Maybe you can't buy one of the cars today, but anyway, you will be able to buy them next year coming into 2021. I don't think any of these cars are getting discontinued, but I will leave a note in the screen if they are. I'm going to even give a few an honorable mention, and today we're going to, so let's get into the top 5 ugliest cars you can buy for 2021. Got on the phone some pictures of some ugly designs and of cars. Like, first off, we got the iX here. I just gave it away. So first off is the BMW iX number 5, and I don't know if this is actually the ugliest design on the list. So, but these are not really in any particular order. The iX, as I've shown pictures on the screen, is hideous. I don't think I've ever seen any BMW that looks that ugly. You got the giant kidney grille, which is not necessary because this is electric. It's not needed. You got these big side fender gaps right there. Or not fender gaps. You got these big intakes that don't do anything either. You got weird thin headlights like that. It's just a really weird design. It's just kind of bizarre. It doesn't need to look like that because it's electric anyway. I don't doubt it'll be a quick car. It does 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds, but in design terms, it's pretty ugly. And here's some interesting stuff from BMW, though. They said that the design of this car the grille is an extroverted. It says extroverted pioneer on BMW's website. The intelligent kidney grille reinterprets classic BMW design and houses sensors, cameras, and radar. New narrow headlights express an attitude that defines a new generation. I'll redefine the BMW look. I don't know what kind of crazy new generation craziness they've got going on there, but I don't know. Then we have the back end of the iX, which looks, I don't know how to describe it. Trying to think of an analogy or something, what it could look like. Well, it's bad looking. It's got these weird thin taillights, and it's just weird. So it says progressive design meets performance focus in the rear diffuser. It's got a rear diffuser. That's really weird for an SUV. Specifically designed to reduce drag for better aerodynamics and range. Slender rear tail lights continue the minimalist ethos to the rear of the BMW iX. You ask me, looking at this side view over here, the sides look minimalist. The front and the back do not look minimalist at all. Essentially, this is the cargo space, and essentially, imagine trying to stick the body of an X7 on top of the chassis of an X5 and then making it hideous in every way possible and making it electric. That's what you get. I don't think this is going to be a bad car, but I do think this is one of the ugliest cars you can buy today. All right, next up, we have to talk about the Lexus UX. And it might be a good little SUV, and I don't know what car it's exactly based on. I'll figure out what that is after I film this video. But it's not bad looking from the front. I've never been a big fan of the styling of Lexus's SUVs. Even I should consider best looking Toyota SUV is probably the Land Cruiser, and I think that looks better than all Lexus SUV designs. But we're gonna get more into that kind of later. The Lexus UX is I think the smallest Lexus SUV. It's also the most hideous because you look at the side, look at the front from this view. It's not that bad. It looks pretty normal. And you look at the side, you start to realize something's really weird here. The back from this angle looks like, to be honest, a mid-2000s Infiniti, and the front looks like a 2020s Lexus. That's kind of what we're looking at right here. And it doesn't look, yeah, so, and then you come to the back end, and you're like, ooh, that's awful. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And then it's just bizarre design. I don't know. I would if this is based on like a RAV4 or whatever, I would much rather take a RAV4 any day of the week. And then next up, another design we have to talk about is the BMW 4 Series convertible. And the BMW 4 Series, if you have not seen the new one, is hideously ugly. Oh my gosh. I have to bring up some pictures of this in white, but in white with that grille, I don't know if you can see that. That looks awful. It's really awful design. I don't know who designed this. I'm not trying to insult the designer. It's probably the same kind of people who designed the iX. In fact, the front end from this is very similar to iX. The BMW new styling trend, which is not a good styling trend, I think it's awful, is narrow headlights. It looks like it's squinting. Big grille that looks like a pair of beaver teeth, and air intakes that look like they're holes punched inside. I'm giving a lot of analogies here, but anyway, the convertible I picked on this list because it looks even worse than the coupe. And I think especially if you're going for a yellow color, it looks not yellow color. I mean a brighter color. It looks really bad. So you got the big black of the grille contrasting against that, and I just don't get it. I don't know why they couldn't have just kept the design and tweaked it a little bit. The last generation ones were good. And I'm talking about the M4 too quickly. I like the rest of the M4. I don't like the grille though. I think I can get used to it because the M4 and M3 we already know they're gonna be excellent cars. There's gonna be M3 Touring coming soon. I'm excited to see what those are like, and I hope to drive one very soon. I can't even drive. I won't even be able to drive for another 3 years, but I hope to drive one someday, and I think they're going to be good cars, but I just don't like this grille, and I wish car styling wasn't going like this. Alright, next up is the Toyota CHR, and this might kind of be kind of an obvious one. I see a lot of these driving around, but they're like a two-door hatchback crossover. Essentially, imagine a Toyota Yaris, but lifted, and kind of widened into a kind of a crossover shape. It's got a really weird front end design. It just doesn't look right. I think the back end is where it gets weirder. Like the back end reminds me of maybe a Toyota Yaris or a Toyota Prius or a Toyota Mirai. I don't know. It's reminding me of someone of them, and it's just weird. I mean, looking at the back end of the CHR, it's just. I mean, I don't know how this compares to like a Honda CR-V, or Toyota RAV4, but it's pretty ugly. I would not buy one of these. All right, next up is the Kia Sportage, and my brother actually suggested this one, so thanks. But this is ugly looking car. Let me just say, I don't know how to start with talking about it, but it's just weird. The front end has these like weird. Are those turn signals or indicators or fog lights? I can't tell what kind of lights they are, but it's got this weird kind of bumper thing. It's got a big black part down there. It looks like it's from a different car. The middle grill is the most hideous part. I don't know what it looks like. It looks like BMW kidney grills are kind of squished. And then, yeah, and we got the front headlights. It's more the front of this design that looks bad. The rest of the design is not actually that bad. But I don't know why the crossovers are so ugly. But now we're going to get to number 5. So, number 5, because I don't have any pictures of it on the phone, is the Tesla Model Y. And the Model Y, like, I know Tesla fans are going to be like, this guy's so awful. But all I am saying is, I am never really been the biggest fan of Teslas. I'm still a red-blooded, gas-powered car guy. I mean, I hope that big engines still kept around, but I don't know. It's interesting thing to think about this, the whole thing with electric cars, and I should make a video about that because I don't want to talk about it in this video. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about the Model Y, and I'm talking about the other Tesla designs. I'm not a big fan of the Model X. The gull-wing doors are cool, but after seeing it on cars like the 300 SL, it just looks so much, or a Pagani Huayra, it looks so much better with it. I don't think the gull-wing doors really match the thing that well. It's kind of a cool thing though. It's kind of a bulbous shape, the Model X. The Model S is a good looking car. I think the Model 3 is a good looking car too. They're all good cars for value too, even though reliability is a little bit of a concern. But anyway, the Model Y is one I don't like, and I know the Model Y might be the best-selling Tesla. It's not. It's one of the cheapest Teslas, but I think it's just like a lot of people say it's Model 3. It's been inflated, and I don't really like it. I've never been like the styling of the Tesla is just kind of a rounded kind of shape. I don't know if I can think of a car it's almost 90s, if you get what I mean. The rounded shape of it. Like I might put some pictures of some other 90s cars like that on the screen. It's not awful, but and they're not bad-looking designs, but I don't think they're as good as some other designs, like the Kia Stinger and stuff, that are better sporty sedan designs and AMG and everything, BMW. But the Model Y anyway is a big inflated crossover. It just looks weird. I don't like. It's just an inflated Model 3, and I don't know how anyone would really think that's a good-looking car. But I don't think a lot of people are buying cars anymore because of how they look. I don't think looks should be the main concern when buying a car, but I would consider some considerations of design. Anyway, so that's my 5 ugliest cars you can currently buy going into 2021, and there'll be another video coming soon of the 5 most beautiful cars you can buy coming into 2021. Or not even beautiful, but just good looking. So stay tuned, subscribe, stay tuned for that video. If you want to see more car videos, car lists, and eventually car drives and reviews, then go and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you very, very soon.